We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, and back doing a best of 3 Foundations draft. We've got Hive Trickster as our rare, as well as Scavenging Ooze. Both are great. I think we'll go with the Trickster, just because I found flying to be pretty excellent in this format. Bushwhack is here, Balmore's good. Prideful Parent's good. Haven't gotten to play Hungry Ghoul yet, surprisingly. Or like red-black at all, which is an archetype I like in most formats. But feel good about a first pick Trickster. Let's see what comes next. Ooh, well, Galta is a good pick. In blue, we just have a runaway together. Could just take the removal. Either way, I'm taking a second color. Maybe Burst Lightning over Eaten Alive because you can kill your opponent with it, and you don't have to sack a creature. I could see that. Do I just take the Galta? I mean, everybody says avoid green. Personally, I don't have a vendetta against green, but I feel good about taking Burst Lightning here. I feel like, typically the lower curve cards are going to do you better. And 1 mana removal that can kill your opponent is pretty sweet. Okay, well, there's Thrill of Possibility. Arcane Epiphany is pretty sweet, though. And this has got to be a wizard, right? Yeah. This is 4 mana, draw 3, instant speed if you have a wizard. It's pretty excellent. Yeah, I think we'll take that over Thrill. And Refute. And the wizard. All right. Okay, what is the pick now? Well, there's Cyclops, which, makes sense for blue-red, but not the most exciting pick in a vacuum. I feel like even in blue-red, you can cut it. Healer's Hawk is pretty excellent. 1 mana, lifelink has synergy. It's a flying card, so blue-white skies is certainly a thing. It has synergy with angels with the lifelink. It has synergy with all the blue-white skies value cards. Yeah, you know what? I think I like it more than the angel finality. It's just much cheaper and turns on more synergies. All right, so now there's Dragon Trainer if I wanted to hedge back into red. There's Mocking Sprite, which is kind of inefficient. I mean, maybe you'd argue Dragon Trainer is inefficient too, but 2 bodies in 1 is always good, it seems like, in limited. There's Courageous Goblin here, but no, I feel good about the Dragon Trainer. Self-Reflection, well, it's cool. You could take Tolarian Terror as well. That's going to end up better in blue-red, I imagine. Uncharted Voyage is some, tempo-based removal stuff. Currently, we just have an Epiphany and a Burst Lightning, though. I don't know if I'm that high on Self-Reflection. It's pretty cool with instant speed. That is cool. But I might just take the Tolarian Terror. It's a good card, and like I said, if we do end up blue-red, it's quite good. So it could take the Thrill of Possibility now. There's Elementalist Adept as well, which flashes in, which is nice. And Prowess is typically good. I mean, it's like I like that it's a 2 mana spell, because, yeah, you know what? We might just want to do it because, although Thrill is better with Tolarian Terror, the reason I like the Adept is it's like a 2 mana blue removal spell almost a lot of the time, You flash it in, and then it doubles as a creature that can attack. I like it. So there's Lightshell Duo. Might go with the cheaper card here in Firebrand. Not the most exciting card in a vacuum, but killing X1s is typically good. And I doubt we're going to need a bunch of 4-drops. Typically 4-drops not that high priority. And if we don't main deck the Firebrand, it's probably a pretty excellent sideboard card, I imagine. All right, and like clockwork, we got Balmor back. I feel great about that. Over Voyage and Cavalry, yeah. Feels good. Getting a lot of Skies creatures here. Balmor, Trickster, Trainer. All right, can take another Firebrand. There's an Archer as well. I mean, Archer is going to be better with the archetype. Firebrand maybe better in a vacuum. I don't know if I'm high on Hidetsuku's second rank. Kind of cool, but I'm going to take the Archer, I think. It's debatable. All right, I mean, I could take the second right now. As far as card draw goes, I mean, this makes Epiphany better. That is something. Oh, good. Balmor's a wizard, too. I'm just going to take the wizard. I just really doubt. I don't even like the wizard, but all right, we got the Cyclops back, too. Don't really need Fishing Bowl. I guess we'll take a barrier and hope to not play it. All right. There's Time Stop. A couple adepts. And to be honest, kind of an unexciting pack for us. Might just take another adept, or I could take the land and make our mana base a little better. Yeah, you know, I feel like we're going to get one of the adepts back, so let's just take the land, fix the mana. Very unfortunate first pick. All right, well, Phoenix is pretty sweet. How many 4 graders do we have? Oh, we have Trainer, Terror, Trickster. It's not bad. Not a bad start. Otherwise, Imprison in the Moon is some removal. But no, I feel good about Phoenix. It is double red, but I feel like at this point we're pretty thoroughly entrenched. It does have to attack each combat available. That's a downside. That is. But flying is good. I'm going to take it. Ooh, Buccaneer. That's a pretty good one. There's Refute as well. Another Archer. The Whelp. You know, Whelp is quite a bit cheaper. I could see the Whelp being good here, definitely. I mean, this is the right archetype for it. The issue we're running into is we don't have that many non-creature spells, somehow. We have like all creatures. Well, we need to find some. All right, Goblin Surprise, that's one. Or we could take the Bolt Wave, it's cheaper. I like that this doubles as creatures, though. Bolt Wave is pretty sweet, actually, with the Whelp and the Archer. But I really like Goblin Surprise. I think it's actually good in this archetype, and Bolt Wave is kind of whatever. Maybe we'll get it back. I mean, my favorite types of cards for these archetypes, for this type of archetype, is the card that doubles as both a creature and a creature card that's a non-creature card, basically. We'll take Bolt Wave over Aetherize. I mean, we might be able to push through a lot of damage potentially here, because we're like all Skies. I don't know if I want the Wizard anymore. We'll see. Kind of want like all evasion, get one of those adepts back, which doesn't have evasion, but will be good with prowess. Might get an Archer back too. I just have a feeling we're not going to need the Wizard. Everything else seems pretty good, actually. Could possibly cut the Firebrand if we end up with enough cheap stuff. I guess I'd prefer to not play the Cyclops, but we'll see. I might need it. You kind of just want your 2-drops to turn on the rest of the deck, essentially. Another Goblin Surprise, probably the pick. Incinerating Blast, some removal, of which, admittedly, we don't have much. A Burst Lightning and a Firebrand. But we have a lot of evasion, which I feel like makes it so we don't need as much removal. Definitely take surprise number 2. I'm okay with that. With all the flyers, that could be pretty nuts. All right, now I feel pretty good about Voyage here as like, you know, a removal, a tempo card that also surveils and triggers all of our prowess and synergy stuff. So we take Runaway Together. It's not bad. I mean, the problem is we don't have a lot of into the battlefield stuff. I guess we have a trainer. Yeah, that's kind of really it. Guess I'll take another Firebrand case. So we got the adepts back. I think I'll take another one over the duo and the time stop. Just because it's cheap. I think I'll take the Voyage over the Imprisoned in the Moon. This is more of a permanent answer, but I'm going to take the Voyage. I just think probably I'm going to like it more. Better tempo. Might just take the Buccaneer here and feel pretty good about it. It's a good Sky Screecher. Runaway Together is playable. I don't really think I need it. Having a Bolt Wave back. I don't know if we're going to play him. We might. It's possible. You know, we could deal enough damage with Bolt Waves and add-ups to get there, maybe. I think the secret to Bolt Wave is you don't play it right away. All right, we could take another Balmor. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's a strong card. It's going to turn on all of our flyers, and we are getting there on instants and sorceries. Goblin Negotiation is kind of expensive. I'd like to keep the curve low. Coma, well, it's a good card, but not taking it. Jeez, a lot of good cards in here. So could take the Cerberus, but I think another Goblin Surprise. We could just go deep on Goblin Surprises, probably. I think we have enough 1 and 2 drops to stay busy. And Balmor is going to be good with Goblin Surprise, both sides of this spell. So, wow, Tatyova and Coma. This is a nuts pack. I'd take the Surprise. Could have done the Involuntary Employment as just like a finisher spell. So Micromancer currently finds Bolt Wave and Burst Lightning. That's pretty good. How high on 4 drops are we? That's okay. And it's a wizard. Yeah. Might get the archers back. I mean, Micromancer gets real good in here. So we could take the Employment. Do I think it's going to be good enough? I don't know. I mean, it's an instant sorcery. It is a 4-drop. But you can finish a game with Involuntary Employment in a deck like this, I really feel like. And I'm not really excited by anything else, so... Like, Involuntary Employment, when you have Balmor out and a few creatures, that's pretty nuts. Take their good blocker. You could definitely finish some games with Employment. I'm a little concerned we somehow didn't end up with, like, cheap... I was going to say cheap instant sorceries, and the truth is we do have some. It's just, I was hoping for, like, cantrips, I guess. Maybe that's too much to ask. I guess we could take Evolving Wilds. It makes more hands keepable. I could take the Strix Lookout. You know, this mitigates Flood and it flies. I guess we could take it. It's good with Balmor. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, another Adept. Or we take the Archer. We probably want to go deep on Archers, I think, for the extra damage. I mean, Adepts can deal extra damage too with the Prowess, but let's diversify. All right, Fleeting Distraction. I think we got to slam this. Another Micromancer certainly wouldn't hurt. We have 3. Yeah, that is pretty good. But Distraction is just too excellent with double Balmor and all this nut stuff we want to do. And I think we have a lot of 4-drops already. That sort of is a deciding factor as well. Inspiration, I mean, don't really need it. Guess I could take a Blast randomly because I'm light on removal. It does, you know, rummage. Oh, we do have Epiphany for card draw, that's true. And Adepts are Wizard. Maybe that's an argument for taking it over Archer, but I don't know. I like Archers with some of these ways to close out games. I could probably play more Uncharted Voyages, yeah. Or I could take the Sure Strike. It's cheaper. Cheap combat trick, yeah, that makes sense, and it can push extra damage through. I think that makes more sense than Voyage here, the 3rd. Because we got the 3rd anyway, or I could take a 2nd Employment. I think I'm actually going to take another Employment. We'll see how good it is in here. It's more for the sack deck, but I want to try it here. All right, got 3rd Archer. Imprison. I could play it. We'll see. So, I mean, we got more than enough goodies. All right. We have a lot of cuts to make. So I can dump the firebrands. They're not bad, though. Yeah, and their damage. They might be better than something in here. Maybe cut the blast. Go for more employment voyage stuff. Am I going to do the bolt waves? Because instant sorcery count is 13 right now. So that would only leave me 10 creatures. We're going to have to cut some instants and sorceries. I probably like Sure Strike more than Bolt Wave, but Micromancer finds Bolt Wave. That's true. And it's just nice to trigger it multiple times. 3 archers, Whelp, Balmors. Could be a lot of potential damage. Maybe we cut the Imprison in the Moon. Not that it's a bad card, it's a good card, but it doesn't synergize with Balmor. Or, well, it does synergize with Whelp. And Archer. Am I going to do the Voyages? I feel like they're pretty good. I mean, I want to run 17 lands, so I can probably run 6 4-drops, although I guess that's a little much. I think I like Employment more than Voyage, but it's tough to say. I kind of like them both. Got to keep the Epiphany, because we have, you know, some cheaper wizards. I mean, I guess we don't have a million wizards, but it's just a good card. Do I want to cut the Terror? You know, it's kind of nice to have one, but I could see cutting it and go more Skies plan. Lookout's just good for flood mitigation. We probably keep that. And I'm kind of thinking we might cut the Bolt Waves. I just don't think we need it. And I think Goblin Surprise and stuff like that's going to be a little more explosive. I think Bolt Wave's kind of a trap card a little bit. Sure Strike, you know, can also be like having an actual combat trick is nice. We're going to end up cutting at least a creature. Might be a Firebrand I can sideboard into if I need it. And I'm already down to 11 instants and sorceries. But I can cut more creatures because we have 3 Goblin Surprises. That's true. Maybe I don't like the Phoenix. It's a flyer, but I just feel like I don't need it. I probably have enough flyers without it. But it's okay with Balmor too. Has to attack each combat. That is an actual downside. And we don't have that many 4-power creatures. Trainer. Trickster. We cut the Terror. Yeah, maybe we cut the Phoenix. I mean, haste is nice. But we're at like 17 creatures sorted if you count the surprise. What are my weakest creatures now? It might still be Firebrand, but I'm light on removal. My 2-drops set everything up. That's all right. So between Burst Lightning, 2 Voyages, 2 Employments, that's it for removal. That's pretty light in a combat trick. But like I said, we have a lot of Skies. I think that helps. So there might be an argument to cutting the Adept. It just significantly makes the Epiphany more expensive more often. Like I said, this is kind of a removal spell. That's why I like it. Being able to flash it in and block something is nice. And the Prowess is obviously good, especially with Surprise. I don't know what else to cut though. I mean, I could go down to a 2-2 split. Maybe we just do that. We'll do 2 archers, 2 adepts. Okay, I think the deck's not bad. We have 15 creatures if you include the 3 surprises. We have 11 instants and sorceries, which is a good count. Okay, well, we'll give this a try. We'll see if we can do with it. I'll see you in round 1. It's a little on the slow side, but I'm going to keep it. All right. Whelp into Trickster. Ooh, we could have used an emulator. All right. Wow, that was aggressive. All right, well, we're going to try and surprise block the Frenzied Goblin here. Okay. Well, we'll get the archer down. Set up a Goblin Surprise here. Make him pay it first. Just take 2. I mean, I guess that's not bad, but yeah, that's a little better. That worked out. So Firebrand, not really looking worth it. Do I want more cheap stuff? I feel like our deck is relatively cheap. I mean, Voyage still did its job, bought us time. It's going to be less good against like heroic reinforcement stuff. That's true. You know, based on what we saw, that Angel was the only thing I could see. Do I want less Voyages though? I mean, I don't know what to. Am I doing Bolt Waves instead on the draw? I don't know. I don't love that. Less interaction. I don't know if less interaction is what I want. Although they're just racing, so maybe Bolt Wave's good enough. Although this helped like smooth our draws too, which I kind of like. I'm just gonna keep it the same. I mean, somehow we won. We beat them with involuntary employment, so. For Exaxes. This we'd better maul. Well, I don't love it, but that's what we got. All right. That was a good draw. Guess I'd rather the Adept die, so I'm not going to do the Lookout yet. And next turn we can do these two. So they don't want to kill my Adept? It's unexpected. All right. That was actually a good draw. I like that. Double Goblin Surprise next turn. That's pretty good. All right. Let's see for the next one. Oh yeah, it's a good hand. Ooh, it's gonna be tough to beat. It's probably a little too risky to block there. Missing the land drop's kind of brutal. I should have blocked first. That was my mistake. Although if they have removal and they use it on the adept, then I get double block. Could be worse. All right. We're game 2 here. Let's see. Firebrand. Yeah, it kills Hawk. It's actually not that great. It's not very good against Hunter. Yeah. It's not really doing all that much, is it? But I don't think the employment's going to be good enough. Our 2-1s are quite bad, too. Huh. It's a tough one. Guess I could bring in a 2-3. We hardly have any card draw in here, though, but... guess killing Hawk is probably worth it. Yeah, Uncharted Voyage is not so hot here either. It deals with Pridemate, though. Alright. Keep. Alright, they kept at 6. Kellen. It's a good one. Um, can I do it after draw? I guess it doesn't matter, huh? No, because they can do it now. I wonder if I had to do it on my turn. Yeah, I probably did. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I didn't do the math, but I'm going to assume it's enough because I have no choice. Okay. Well, they have a good deck, for sure. Firebrand is way more important now that we know they have Kellen. So, yeah. That's got to come in. And we'll take out... the archers are certainly not so great. 2/3s are great against them, but 2/1s not so much. Maybe I need like better ground blockers. It's kind of sad, but just bring in more 4-drops. I guess so. I mean, Adept, at least I could do something with the prowess sometimes. Probably not, though. I mean, it's not very good either. But it can surprise block Kellen if they tap out, maybe. I guess so. Ooh. This could work out. Oh my gosh. Two cards left. And I've got a grip. I don't love it. I can get Burst Lightning from Micromancer. That's huge. Next turn I can play Micromancer and kill Kellen. Maybe they invest. That would be nice. No, that's good. Ooh, beautiful draw there. I think we actually wait. I don't love it, but I think I want to keep up Burst Lightning here. That's weird. Pretty suboptimal. We need to find something here, so. I mean, I'm just triggering landfall with it. I probably don't need to play the lands. All right, see you for the next one. All right, round 3, play first. Looks good. Another Kellen, huh? We'll do a lookout first. Not the best use of mana. I'm gonna get damage in though. Oh, that's nice. I was worried he had a trick, so I'm just gonna burst lightning it now. All right. It's kind of a make your own overrun. Surprise plus Balmore. That is cool. So they're playing green, red. Kellen, it's like you almost have to bring in the Firebrand. Maybe Firebrand is really good and should be main decked. Maybe we can cut the archers. That way I still get the prowess for and the wizard for cheaper epiphanies. Kellen's kind of a must kill. And they're in green. Maybe they've got Llanowar elves in there. Alright. I think employment and voyage could be good still, though. I feel like we probably keep. Hand needs some help. But just needs an island, I guess. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's... I'm going to do it. Worth it. Oh, 3-color. Nobody expects the 3-color deck. Sure. Oh, that's good. Let's see if they have the Bushwhack. Looks like they do. Or Bite Down. Pretty close. That's a bummer. Huh. Wonder, I guess I could have killed them, huh? Employment plus Sure Strike and Burst Lightning. Guess I got a little too conservative there, didn't I? So we ended up going 2-1. We'll take it. I kind of like the Balmor Goblin Surprise deck. It really is like a make your own overrun. Just kind of sweet. You only need like 3 creatures and you can just go far over top with the trample. So that's cool. Let's do some pack one pick ones. It's cool. It's cheap. Make goblins. Yeah, not bad. There's Llanowar Elf in here as well. Think twice. I'd go with the goblin. I think it's worth it. If you're able to attack with anything, you make a token. That's pretty sweet for a 2-drop. I'd give it a try. This is definitely a low curve format. Loot versus Dreadwing Scavenger. Fabloom Trick is good too. So loot is 3 mana 1/4. You can play additional lands. Pay 6. Look at top 6. Put it on the battlefield. Oh, it's kind of expensive. This Scavenger has been excellent. Really strong card. I could see taking that. It is a double color card to start it off though. But it's certainly enough stronger than Fabloom Trick where you'd probably take it. They're both 3-drops. But the looting when it enters and attacks, that's too good. It's the loot effect is just really deceptively good on this card. Entering and looting, and then every time you attack looting, it really just makes your not only fill your yard for threshold, but just makes your hand card quality so much substantially better. Here, I think you just slam and eat alive. Be happy enough about it. Good removal in the right deck. Fiery Annihilation, pretty solid removal. 3 mana instant speed, and you can blow up equipment too. It's really good. There's some good equipment in this format too. So, haven't played with the Librarian, but probably playable. Probably could have been a common, right? Goblin over the elf again. Yeah, I think so. I do like this effect. All right, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.